Well, today at the Circle T, crew and I are going to mow some hay. Are we going to mow some hay?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
We're going to mow some hay.
Yep, we're going to mow some hay. All right, we'll let the tractor warm up a little, get the oil moving. We're going to back it out of the car. Hey, hang on, crew. Watch out coming out that narrow door. The axles on this 4850 stick out quite a ways, and you got plenty of room with the tires, but the axles for the duals stick out. So we're going to back up here to the disc mower. Hook this thing up, see what we can do. Have to mow this whole meadow a little later on. I've got to go mow some for a neighbor. I promised him I'd get over there, and I'm late. So we're just going to mow this part right here just so we can test our baler out. Disc mower, it does a pretty good job. Like I said, we're just going to mow this little patch right here, give it a day to cure, and tomorrow it'll be ready to bale. That way I can tell you, it's right here at home. I don't want it. The hay I've promised to mow for the neighbor is about, I think it's about 8 miles up there. So I don't want to get that far from home and then have a breakdown, that something that could have been prevented right here at the house, and especially with the equipment issues I've had last couple of years. It's several reasons. One, that baler, it's about 7 years old, and bought it new, but I'll tell you, I'll be the first to tell you, John Deere is not building their equipment like they used to. This 4850 tractor right here, this tractor is a 1989 model, and I bought it used a few years ago. Had just a little trouble with a hydraulic pump, and after that, it's just sang like a bird. So, and all the old John Deeres that my dear old dad and I used to have together, they were all good tractors, but we've got a 5075E, and it's not that old, and that's the biggest piece of junk I've ever owned in my life. It's fairly new, and they just don't build them like they used to. I'm going to build this little cove right here, and that'll actually make it easier when I mow the main part of this meadow. Don't have to come in here and do close cutting. There's the beehives. They're pretty gentle bees. All right, we'll mow a little more and catch up with you in a bit.
Cooking up some of this delicious pork bacon. I'm watching Kurt's YouTube video that he put on this morning. Just kind of wanted you guys to look what it looks like when we're frying it up in the skillet. I'm going to be using this to make some good old BLTs. Can't beat that on a hot summer day. Just looked at the weather forecast on one of our weather apps and it says it's 108. Too bad we don't have smell-o-vision because, man, it smells amazing in here.
I'm going to do a little test baling on the little patch we mowed yesterday. Normally I wouldn't pull the equipment out of the barn for such a little spot, but before I get into a big meadow, I want to make sure everything's working right. Got the hay rake hooked up. I don't know if you can see it back there. And we're gonna rake this little patch, let it cure out a little more. It's really hot, been sunshiny, so it's just about ready to bale, or most of it's ready to bale. There was a couple of spots of Johnson grass that they're still kind of green, so I'll just let it dry on out. Here we go. Making a nice windrow. It's real heavy this year, so I'll get this raked up and I'll see you in a few minutes.
I'm back. Filled the pan up with some more fresh bacon. I'm going to cook about 3 or 4 pounds, so we'll have some extras in the fridge. There's some of the finished product over there. We like ours pretty crispy. We don't like floppy bacon. Here's some of my tomatoes that I'm going to be cutting up that I bought from the farmer's market Saturday and let them get here and sit a little bit riper. And there's our video from today that Kurt posted on. He's at the farmer's market in BA tonight selling beef and pork and eggs. So I'm home making a little bit of dinner and then getting ready to head out in a little bit and start doing chores. Feeding the chickens and watering and getting the eggs and all the things. Go check the pigs and give them some water and spray them down a little bit and make sure they're good and cool. But anyway, just wanted to touch base back with you guys and let you know, show you some of the things that I'm cooking, and then look at those red, beautiful, delicious tomatoes.
All right, got that little patch raked up. I'll let it cure out for couple hours. I mean, it's pretty much ready to bale. Now we've got this Johnson grass over here. That's where our old garden used to be, and so it really loosened it up and caused that Johnson grass to grow. So it's still a little green, but here in a little bit I'll do some other things, and then I'll hook up the baler and we'll mow this little patch. Originally I was going to mow about 10 acres, but I thought, I don't know if I trust my mechanic enough to mow down the whole, 10 acres. So I just did, there's a couple acres here. But that'll let me test out the baler, and hopefully everything is working good. I'll hook the baler up. For you, it'll just be a little bit. For me, it'll be a couple hours. But we'll see in a little bit.
The finished product, the BLT from the bacon that I cooked last night. And those tomatoes look beautiful. Like I said before, too bad we don't have smell-o-vision. Gotta go, gotta enjoy this sandwich.
Alright, got about a 4-foot bale left in the baler, and it them make? Made 14 bales in this little patch right here. Everything so far has went smooth. No problems. I guess my mechanicing worked. Hope I don't speak too soon. But yeah, here we go. So that worked out really good. I'm ready to go full speed now because it's a long hay season left to go. We'll dump this last bale. Let me hit wrap. That little end right there shows you that the net wrap is wrapping. And it's done wrapping. So we'll dump it out. Turn off the PTO. Show you the little size bale that was left. The baby bale. But that is good news. That is good news. At least we're starting out. Had a slow start because of the rain and such, but yeah, this is a good deal. All right, on to the next thing.